Our guest today, Jody Bodenhammer from the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center. And Miss Jody, we've been talking about your support groups. What else is going on? I know you are just absolutely always busy and active and 101 things going on over there.
Well, we are, and I love it. I love getting out into the community and being able to talk about diabetes prevention.
You travel all over,
I
too.
travel. We have a portable kitchen, and we will travel wherever. We love it. We do so many different education programs around in the smaller communities as well as right here in Mountain Home, because we know that some folks aren't able to maybe get out and travel as much or get to Mountain Home as often. So we recently finished up a program over in Melbourne, and we've done one in Salem. And I think in the fall we'll be headed out toward the Yellville Summit area to do another program out there. So just be watching for, we always advertise those things in the paper and in the local clinics.
And on our website on the calendar.
Yes, on our website too. That calendar has just done amazing things. You know, BaxterRegional.org, everyone, get out there and look at that calendar because
that's got all the community houses, all the events coming up.
So many great events, and we try to keep that updated, you know, on a regular basis. But our main thing is just our diabetes classes that we're utilizing AADE, which is the American Association of Diabetes Educators, and ADA information, which is American Diabetes Association. We are a recognized and accredited program for that. We were speaking earlier about insulin pumps. So I've been certified, and I've been looking at making sure that our patients know their availability here in the area. Our doctors here are so well versed in diabetes. We do not have an endocrinologist in our area right now, unfortunately. We haven't had one in a while. And when I tell other people that from bigger cities and bigger, you know, corporate hospitals and things, they just look at me and shake their head and say, what are you doing down there? And our docs are really good about, you know, they know their resources. They either send folks over to talk with us or get their patients what they need right there from the primary care offices. And I think that's so wonderful that our patients are being taken care of right here in Mountain Home. And so we just want to encourage anybody. And like I said, the support groups, we have some great speakers coming up. I have a surprise guest for July. I have some home and fire safety. We have some diabetes yoga coming up.
Diabetes yoga?
Yes. We have a yoga instructor,
That's great.
Miss Melinda Motley, and she comes a couple of times a year and does we really focus on muscle, low impact stretching, and then just repetition of that, building that muscle, because muscle burns more calories. And what do we always want to do in every situation is strengthen those muscles and burn those calories. And so we focus on that with her. She does a great job. And that's just one of the fun ways that we incorporate in our support groups information. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. Our type 2 adult diabetes support group meets every month on the 4th Tuesday of each month at 5 p.m. over in the large dining room.
Well, that's great. So you can catch all those at the end of their workday. Just leave a little bit early.
Absolutely. And if you come in a few minutes late, we don't mind a bit. We usually meet for about an hour each month. It is free of charge. It's open to everybody. You can come. You can bring friends, family members, people from your church. Anybody that you might know that's struggling. I hear these people telling me all the time when they hear that I'm the diabetes nurse, of course. You know, well, I know that so-and-so is really having a hard time, or I know that so-and-so really needs help with this or that. Bring them down to our support group and let them know we are there to help them. And that is one of my favorite things is, you know, I kind of have gotten used to seeing my patients, and when I don't see them at support group, I worry and I call them, check on them. Where were you at this month?
You okay?
Yes, because it becomes a regular thing, and it keeps them, number one, I think it helps keep them motivated in their diabetes care. It helps keep them up to date on what's going on. And then it just, you know, they have physical interaction with whomever is there, whether it be a yoga instructor or the foot doctor or whomever. We try to change it up, keep different folks coming in each month, and we meet again every 4th Tuesday of every month at 5 p.m. And so that is just another opportunity to stay informed and stay connected with us. And I
Absolutely.
love that. I love that.
And there's a little bit of accountability there too.
It is.
So yeah.
It is a great thing to, I think, be reminded. And I think our folks always tend to get the negative side of diabetes, the media, maybe even, sometimes going in to get blood work and things drawn. They always get focused on the bad. And so we
Yeah.
like to focus on the good
On the good,
things.
yeah.
And help them with good quality of life.
Right.
And that is our big bonus with being able to work with them. So.
I know with your kids, you've had them come to the health fair in years past that we host every April, and I just love the kids have insulin pumps. They are more than happy to explain to you
They do.
how they work, and these kids are normal kids. They just happen to have diabetes.
That's right.
And
That's
they
right.
don't let it slow them down in the least.
The big thing that we started talking about with the kids is, living life to the fullest. And that was our big motto with them. We've always taken an attitude of diabetes management as this should not be something that gets in your way of your life. And I'm seeing these kids now, 6 years later, they're growing up, they're graduating, they're going off to college. Their parents have a good understanding that, yes, my child is going to be okay away from home. My child is going to be okay managing his or her diabetes.
Yes.
And then with the younger ones that are up and coming, they're learning, they're doing more and more. I think they're great diabetes advocates.
They certainly are, and they're also learning from the older students that, well, gosh,
They are.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to interact, I think is just a great thing with our adults. And now we've incorporated the adult type 1 group too. So we've just got those 3 different dynamics now. And I can't wait to see each one of them evolve. Now the kids support group, we do not meet on a regular basis. We usually do a quarterly outing. So if you would call 508-1765 if you have a child or know of a child that would like to join our type 1 diabetes support group. We again just finished up with a day on the lake. We'll be doing some more interesting things as the year goes on, I'm sure. They talk me into doing all kinds of fun
They're
stuff.
always interesting.
Yes.
I'm waiting for skydiving because I've already seen you've done the zip lining, you've done day at the lake.
We do
all sorts of fun
whatever the
things.
kids decide and dream
Yeah.
up that they want to take on a challenge, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And we're so lucky to have the community support to be able to help do that with them as well. And then with our adult type 1 group, we've been getting together. I think the group is going to want to get together, on a monthly or semi-monthly basis, maybe every other month. So our next meeting with them is scheduled for September the 15th.
Okay.
And that'll
That's
be in
a
the
Friday,
evening.
isn't it?
I think it's a
Or
Thursday
It's a
evening.
Thursday, yep.
And we're going to meet over in Hickory Park and have some games.
Oh,
Have
nice.
some cookout type. Everybody's going to participate and bring a dish, a covered dish, and just get together and have some networking and support with that group as well. So anybody's welcome. All are invited, of course. And these are all services that are provided free of charge
Free
to
of
the
charge.
patients. Yes.
It's wonderful. I know now the classes themselves, the educational classes, that they have to have a doctor's recommendation.
We do have a referral requirement for the actual education program,
Okay.
yes.
And is there a cost with that?
There is a cost for the actual classes and for the pump education.
Okay.
We were speaking of that earlier, and so with most insurances, the classes are covered, or they're covered at 80%. And certainly we would let the patients know if there was going to be an out-of-pocket cost. And then also for the pump education, oftentimes the pump companies reimburse for that, so there's no out-of-pocket charge for the patients as well.
And I know
so very minimal. We do charge, but it is a very minimal charge to our patients because we know that diabetes is expensive. Plus, with that, we help them probably open up more networking and doorways of cost savings than they realize because I have access and researched and have gotten into the diabetes world enough to where I can help them. Maybe they're struggling with getting supplies, or maybe they're having problems getting their insulin.
Yeah.
So we will help them in any way that we
And all
possibly
of
can.
that's free.
Yes.
All of it. All those resources are wonderful.
Absolutely. And
All
we
the
have an open door
education.
policy.
Sure. Yep. 9 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Yes, ma'am, every day.
Or they call you at?
You can call me anytime at 508-1765. I'm usually in the office Monday through Friday. Every day, I really feel like I'm so fortunate to be able to help and do what I do.
Well, you're very passionate about what you do, and will you come back and share more?
I will. I
even
absolutely will.
More next time?
Yes.
All
and
right.
just let me know what we can do to help.
We need to get you back on the show right around or before the holidays.
Sure.
And Miss Jan, and find out how to do have some fun during the holidays, but not eat the wrong things.
Yes, and November is Diabetes Awareness
There
Month,
you go.
so we'll be working on that too.
All right. Come and see us again real
I
soon.
will. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for joining us today for BRMC's Healthy Connections. We'll see you again next week.